Back to Rundown, of course, on the road to SummerMania, one of our biggest stops, and that being none other than Greed. Of course, Mr. SummerMania Cup tournament kicking off, as well as our XCW Xtra today being DJ Wolbert taking on Blackheart. And speaking of Blackheart, he would be in our opening contest as he teamed up with international champion Jay Ellis to go in tag team competition against XCW champion Brogan O'Shea and Julian Void Jacobs. A little bit of a preview of SummerMania as we will see Brogan taking on Blackheart and Void taking on Ellis. But this time it would be the villains coming out on top as Brogan O'Shea would pin Blackheart, giving his team the victory. And it seems like Brogan O'Shea might have a little bit of a one-up on Blackheart as we head to SummerMania. And this is the second straight time Julian Jacobs has defeated the international champion Jay Ellis, so it's very possible maybe both Void and Brogan O'Shea are in their opponents' heads as we get closer to SummerMania. Like I said, with it being the road to SummerMania, of course, Mr. SummerMania Cup tournament kicking off, and the first of two round one matchups, we would see hardcore champion Brandon Hobbs going one-on-one with cold-hearted J.J. Kelty in a hard-hitting contest that would see the hardcore champion move one step closer to adding to his resume. Is it possible we see Brandon Hobbs winning Mr. SummerMania and being the hardcore champion? Definitely going to be a hard out in the tournament. But moving right along, of course, it was announced at Collision Course that Law Enforcement and the Hardliners would face off in tag team action for the tag team championships, but no victory as the two teams would brawl into a double DQ, meaning the Hardliners retain their tag team championships, but Law Enforcement just seems to want those tag team championships, and it's possible that we could see them get another rematch at SummerMania. Now we're going to get to a unique matchup. Of course, last year we saw Jesse Justice introduce XCW the Grotto Funhouse. This year, once again, reintroducing us to it as he faced off with Evan Phoenix. And usually Luke Blaze is around, but Phoenix had no clue where he was. And this could have been a little bit of a turning point as Jesse Justice absolutely beat down Evan Phoenix on his way to victory. Jesse Justice now seems to have Evan Phoenix in his rearview mirror. Phoenix might be looking to find out what happened to Luke Blaze, but we are going to cut to our first commercial break, and when we come back, we will have Venom joining us. Of course, Venom has been on the attacks of Justin Parsley, whether they're vocal, physical, mental, anything that Parsley has to throw on. So when Venom joins us, we'll have a few questions for him, so stay tuned.
A brawler, a franchise player, a dream, a death match, and, well, a world title. Hi, I'm Brogan O'Shea. You have to give the people what they want. And the people want Brogan O'Shea as their champ. And man, what a story this is going to be. Let's get into it.
Do it now.
Coming soon to XCW.
All right, back from our first commercial break. Like I said, we would have none other than Venom joining us. And of course, Venom, ever since Justin Parsley made his way into XCW at the Kurt Acid Memorial Show, he's been an absolute thorn in your side, attacking you at any chance he gets. So, you know, do you think this is just Parsley trying to target one of the biggest talents in XCW history, or do you think he's just actually has it out for you?
You know, I think it's a little bit of both. I think Parsley doesn't have anything good to do, so he's wanting to start a fight. And he's starting to fight with one of the biggest monsters in XCW. It was one of the biggest monsters in XCW that hasn't really done anything recently. So I felt like he wanted to stir the pot a little bit in a bad situation.
And we do know Kurt Acid is your cousin, of course, had a big impact on you just throughout your life. And Justin Parsley has absolutely disrespected his legacy. So what do you have to say to not only Parsley, but just everything he's done to go out of his way to disrespect the boat?
He's not just disrespected me. He's disrespected my family. He's disrespected XCW in a whole. And I'm fed up with it. I am going to go back to the monster Venom that I was when I was world champion. I'm going to show him what it feels like to be played with. And I'm going to do anything and everything I can to finally get my hands on him.
And you know, it seems like Justin Parsley has stooped to an all-time low, quote-unquote, reincarnating Kurt Acid alongside DJ Wolbert. So, do you think Justin Parsley has become the most hated man in XCW history?
I believe he has. He probably has to be one of the most hated men. I mean, he has done things that's not imaginable to anybody.
All right, and we know Summer Mania is around the corner, so one final question. Are we going to see you put an end to Justin Parsley and his disrespectful antics at Summer Mania?
I can tell you something right now. If I have a chance, I will. If I can finally get my hands on him, I will. And I will destroy Justin Parsley, and he will never show his face for another 20 years. I will put him into the ground, and we will never see him again.
All right, well, you heard it here from Venom. He is out to put an end to Justin Parsley, and we will just have to find out if Venom is able to stay true to his words. But we are going to cut to our final commercial break. Then, of course, we got another Summer Mania Cup tournament match to talk about. Of course, can't forget about the main event, a Clockwork House of Fun match between Tommy Merriman and Hayden Vex. And, of course, today's XCW Extra, DJ Wolbert taking on Blackheart.
They've come for us, they've come from the darkness to burn it all and bury what's left. Who can we trust when we're always the target? I cannot be broken, I cannot be wronged. Hunting season is open, so we're marching on. Against the wall, against the odds, lone survivor. I cannot be broken, I cannot be wronged. We set our sights and shadowy figures. We make it right and never recoil. Can't pull it off till we're pulling our triggers. I cannot be broken, I cannot be wronged. Hunting season is open, so we're marching on. Against the wall, against the odds, the lone survivor. I cannot be broken, I cannot be wronged. I cannot be wronged.
Back from our final commercial break, like I said, the Mr. Summer Mania Cup Round 1 matchups. Of course, this one seeing myself going one-on-one with Brady Branson, a rivalry renewed. And Brady Branson, while it may seem like he's focused on Hazard, he's also focused on winning right now, as he would advance in the Mr. Summer Mania Cup tournament, as he not only has his sights set on Hazard, but has his sights set on proving he has what it takes to take down Hazard. Moving right along to another tag team action. Hunter Houken teaming up with Brennan Stickle to take on, even though Royalty is disbanded, Fletch and Corey Lee in tag team action. Of course, all these men having history. Fletch, Corey Lee, Brennan Stickle, well known with each other. Hunter Houken just trying to make a name for himself at any chance he can get, and making a name for himself is exactly what he did in this match, as after Brennan Stickle and Corey Lee would fight their way out of this match, we would see Hunter Houken pinning Fletch to get a 1-up on Fletch, and for the month in a row now, it just seems like Hunter Houken has been a thorn in the side of Fletch, and Fletch has said it since the beginning he would have a problem with Houken, and now that is showing up. But we now have to talk about the brutal main event that saw Tommy Merriman and Hayden Vex in a Clockwork House of Fun match. And when I say brutal, I absolutely mean it. If you didn't get a chance to watch this match, make sure you go back and watch Greed, because these two men were out to get each other using whatever weapon they found in their path. But it would be Tommy Merriman getting the victory, but it doesn't seem like Hayden Vex and Tommy Merriman are done with one another. It's very possible that these two behemoths are on a collision heading to SummerMania, and maybe that's where it all culminates. But before we can get to SummerMania, we have Full Throttle. At Full Throttle, we will see the SummerMania Round 1 Cup matchups finish off, where my former partner, S.2, will take on Fletch. Of course, the winner of that matchup will advance to take on Brady Branson. Also, Hunter Halkin goes one-on-one with DJ Wolbert, and the winner of that will advance to take on Brandon Hobbs. Also, Chris Jones would announce the New Age Championship has been vacated by Anthony Steele, and Jones announced there will be a fatal 4-way. So 4 men will have the opportunity to get their hands on championship gold heading into SummerMania. Don't know who these men are, but it's very possible maybe one of the men in our XCW Xtra could look to get their hands on a championship. So stay tuned as we present to you DJ Wolbert taking on Blackheart.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another XCW Xtra here on the Rundown. And we have 2 top caliber stars going one-on-one here tonight as DJ Wolbert goes one-on-one with that man right there, the new #1 contender for the XCW Championship. We're talking about Blackheart. We're going a little bit back in time with this match. Blackheart, DJ Wolbert from last season, and we get to recount this match for the very first time.
Man, I miss those blue, white, and red robes, but Blackheart has made a name for himself in such a short time in the company, while DJ has been here for almost 5 years. 5 years of DJ Wolbert. What does that make you feel about that?
Well, DJ Wolbert has definitely held numerous championships here in the XCW, a numerous time tag team champion, New Age champion, Extreme championships. He's done it about all here in XCW. One championship I know for a fact has not. It's more like eluded DJ Wolbert, and that's the XCW Championship that Blackheart has an opportunity to win at SummerMania 17. And here comes the Scarecrow of XCW. Here comes DJ Wolbert, and he looks ready for action in this match against Blackheart.
Yeah, you can see he changed his makeup again, but it is one of his signature styles. Being creepy, he's even giving Blackheart the stare down right now. Wonder if he uses that as an intimidation factor walking into these matches, making his opponents think twice about what he's going to do in that ring.
Yeah, I think that some of the mind games, some of the things that DJ Wolbert brings to the table is different than what others bring to the table. And he has to do that to kind of, he doesn't have a size advantage against any of his opponents. So this is his way of maybe getting into the mind, getting under the skin of some of these competitors here in XCW so that he can try to get on top of the XCW. And here we go in the early start. Blackheart in control. As you know, he has the size advantage, but DJ Wolbert's got the speed advantage. And there we see with the head scissor takedown, immediately, DJ Wolbert, that's what I'm talking about, that speed advantage.
Speed advantage indeed coming in clutch. Now he's choking him out with his foot. These mind games, maybe Blackheart wasn't prepared. Oh, nice drop kick by DJ Wolbert.
Yeah, I think it's definitely caught Blackheart off guard in the early goings. Blackheart's got to find a way to get back in here and find a way to take control, use that size, use that strength against DJ Wolbert. But right now, DJ's doing a wonderful job of keeping Blackheart grounded, and DJ with a headlock there on Blackheart, and he's trying to cut off the airway. He's trying to wear down Blackheart. That's a smart move.
Well, it is a very smart move. We know DJ's not one up. Blackheart picks him up in the fireman's carry position. What is he setting up for?
Oh my God, a TKO move that guys like James Cerebral and Anthony Steele and even Jay Ellis has made pretty famous here in XCW, but he comes up short with a 2 count.
Yeah, well, Blackheart's proving that he can do it all here. He's always worked his way back throughout XCW in his career, even when the odds were against him.
And here it is. This is signature Blackheart, vintage Blackheart with that senton splash over the chest. You can see the pain in the face of DJ Wolbert too, and a kick out at the last second by DJ Wolbert.
Maybe the ref should get some of that eye surgery because I think maybe it was closer to a 3 there.
It was definitely a close count.
Blackheart's got him in a headlock coming up. Oh, DJ reverses it into an arm wrench.
And what's he got here? Nice neck breaker from DJ Wolbert, finding a way out of that. Once again, I feel like DJ's had control most of this match, and he's doing a damn good job in a senton splash of his own on the Blackheart. I don't know if that does as much damage as Blackheart's, but nonetheless, he hit it, and he's going for the count here, and it's a 2. Blackheart kicking out at the last second.
I don't know why DJ isn't trying to stick on Blackheart. He's more worried about the shirt that doesn't cover any of his skin. Well, Blackheart staying down. DJ with his kicks, trying to stay in the mind of Blackheart, not letting him up.
DJ pulls Blackheart back to his feet. What does DJ have in mind here? And looks like he's going for a signature move of his own. And this could be it, ladies and gentlemen. Could this be the opening that DJ Wolbert needs to knock off Blackheart here on XCW Xtra?
He's taking advantage of it right here. 1, 2. Kick out at 2 again. Man, DJ just can't put Blackheart away.
You know, it was smart of DJ to try to pull Blackheart away from the rope so that he couldn't get a rope break. However, it was valuable time that was spent that Blackheart could try to shake the cobwebs, and that might have cost DJ Wolbert the win right there.
It sure might have, but we will never know because Blackheart managed to kick out in time, and it looks like he's starting to take back control again with some punches, some more punches, and you have to think that with how big Blackheart, oh, he missed his super kick, he missed his signature black mask.
And there's the graveyard condition by DJ Wolbert. Could this be the opening he needed? 2, and it is.
What a well-fought match by DJ Wolbert. Stayed in control for the majority of the match, keeping Blackheart down. And he comes away with the victory today.
Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Wolbert with a giant win here on XCW Xtra on the rundown against Blackheart. And that's just the kind of momentum that DJ has had in the past year as he's knocked off some huge names here in XCW. But ladies and gentlemen, we are out of time here on XCW Xtra. Until next time here on the rundown, have a good night.
sadness remains. We score the final scene, adrenaline now coursing through our veins. Long live our symphony, this infantry survived 1,000 suns. Silent, they still attack, we fire back with notes instead of guns. We echo, reverberate. change the